In today's video, I have Kenny, who has the best finish in number 3 and is currently the #1 player in the world. Kenny is one of the most creative players I've seen in a long time, often 6-starring top players with never before seen army compositions, including Night Witches. And at the end of this video, I challenged him to a 1v1 where he did this. He has taken down this base with the Night Witches. That's crazy. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that, and make sure to use code AJ in the shop. It would help support me and it would just mean a lot to me. I'd be incredibly thankful. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, we're into his first attack here, and he is up against Chan, and what he's bringing in here is going to be the baby dragons with a dropship. Now, obviously, the baby dragons got a pretty big nerf. As everyone knows, a lot of people are still pretty upset about that, and a lot of people think they're dead, including myself. I made a video about them being dead recently, but look at this. He's bringing in 5 of them, and a singular dropship. Now, something you're going to see in pretty much all of his attacks is he's really liking these dropships right now. I watched a few of them just to see what was happening, and trust me, this attack, even though he's using what is seemingly a dead troop, is absolutely crazy. He does so much work with them, and let's go see how he does it. He starts it on the laboratory with the battlecopter, and now the big question is, where does he see the most value with the dropship? Of course, a lot of people are using that with just the minions, but Kenny uses it with everything. Pekka's, baby dragons, even Night Witches, which you guys will see later on in the video. So we're seeing him take out this archer tower. He doesn't need to use the dropship yet because he's not going to be in range of the expo. He's barely on the edge of it. Any building that is more than 3 tiles away from the expo is not going to be in range of it, and he knows that. So he's probably going to start it in, I think, sometime soon. Alright, no, he's just going to take some heat from the expo. Interesting decision making, but you know, given that he's the #1 player in the world, I'll let it slide for now. Now he's using the battlecopter ability pretty early. Let's see, does he get the splash onto the expo here? I don't think so. So his battlecopter is tanking a lot, and now where does he use the dropship? He uses it onto the air bombs and the roasters, so that's going to actually be a lot of value there. Does it even tank the Mega Tesla? No, it does not tank the Mega Tesla. And the battlecopter is still alive here. I don't know how that happened, but look at this. He has 4 baby dragons. 2 of them have the ability still. He is going to be losing one to this Tesla, unfortunately, but the battlecopter, even though it got hit by the expo super early on, is still alive. He has 2 baby dragon abilities, 1 left barely surviving, and the battlecopter, does he get to the full ability? He does, and this is pretty wild. I mean, this attack kind of went from seeming like, oh, something's going wrong, to all of a sudden getting a 3-star with a lot of overkill. And now look at this second stage here. This has got to be one of my least favorite second stages to come across. Everything is so well placed, so I'm very curious what he does here. He brings in another dropship, so that's going to be 4 baby dragons, 1 dropship. He keeps the battlecopter. He did get the battlecopter ability at the very end, which means he's going to have a lot more health with the battlecopter. There it is at a little bit more than half, and he's going to put it onto the gold mine. He can take out the cannon and a firecracker. So how is he going to take care of all these firecrackers with the baby dragons and a dropship, not to mention the nerfed baby dragons? So he's doing a lot of cross tanking here with the baby dragons and the battlecopter, making sure only 1 firecracker is attacking each baby dragon, except this one is now doing a lot of damage. So he did use the baby dragon with the least amount of health. Now he uses the battlecopter. That finishes off that firecracker. Here comes the dropship. So look what he did. He took out the crusher for the most part. Now he's going to use the bomb, and that's going to tank for another all 3 of the air defenses. He places in the other 2 remaining baby dragons just to go clear everything out. And this dropship is actually going to take out the firecracker in the very middle. That's a lot of value for him to get pretty early on with the dropship. And now with 2 baby dragon abilities and 1 Tesla remaining, this is definitely going to be a 6-star. So he uses 1 baby dragon ability to clear out the zappies. The next one is just going to kind of get wasted because he gets way too close to the Tesla. And now, let's see if he can get down that Tesla before he gets down his baby dragon. He does barely, and he's going to use the battlecopter ability, speed over to the corner hut. And for the first attack, using all baby dragons and 2 dropships and still getting the 6-star up against a meta base, this is quite impressive, but trust me, it gets better. So now we see him up against Daniel, and obviously you see his army: 2 Pekkas, a dropship, a baby dragon, and Night Witches. That seems so crazy, but just wait, you're gonna see how he uses them. So we see him up against Tyler's base. It was built by Tyler. Daniel seems to have taken it. I don't think he made any changes, so Daniel just stole it. Let's be honest, it's alright. Daniel's a pretty good player as well. I can't put it past him. So he starts in the battle machine. Why is he doing that? A lot of people would never have thought to do that. Now he uses the bomber. That's going to open up this huge compartment. has so much in it other than the giant cannon, the Mega Tesla, and this double cannon. He is going to get down every huge defense. The giant is tanking for everything. Also interesting to note is he's using the giant ability just on its own instead of letting it just pop, and now here comes the hog gliders onto the double cannon. He still has a Pekka and a dropship remaining. He's going to use the dropship onto the giant cannon. Now he's going to use the Pekka, and that's going to open the wall up, and he's going to be able to walk all the way in there and take out the Mega Tesla. And now you see what his plan is. He uses the Pekka ability on the Crusher. That gets taken down with the help of the giant and the bomber. He still has 2 hogs moving around the base here, and he should be able to get down that Mega Tesla. He should be able to get down the giant cannon, and he still has the giant walking around, and that's definitely because he used the giant ability on its own instead of waiting for it to get popped. So his giant, 2 hogs, a Pekka, another Pekka, and a bomber are still alive, and that is his whole army other than that dropship. So you see, yet again, he uses the dropship to do a lot for him in this first stage. I have not seen the second stage yet, so he brings in another Pekka. Something that really annoys me about how he attacks though is look at his troops available. He just has them randomly strewn everywhere. The Pekkas are 2 troops apart. I don't know why he does that. I'm going to have to ask him, but we see him. He uses the giant here to tank for all of these defenses. Here comes the bomber. Now the whole base is open, and he's just sending everything in. It doesn't really matter. He already got so much down easily in the first stage that with 3 Pekkas, 2 of which still have the ability, an extra giant that is probably at like a quarter health, and the 2 hog gliders, this should be pretty easy. He uses both the hogs onto this Tesla immediately. And let's see if he can get this down. He has the Pekka ability. He'll probably use that onto the Zappies and this cannon. Let's see if he does. No, okay, maybe this is why he's the #1 player and I am not. I mean, he's holding it, I guess, for the Crusher. It does make sense. He is going to swag a giant, which is quite funny. You don't really see that quite frequently, and there are some corner buildings. He'll probably use the giant into the corner. And yeah, that's going to be another 6-star, this time with a little more overkill than last. So he uses the giant in the corner, like I said, and now he has all the Pekkas working around the base. This is going to be a pretty easy second stage clear. Another 6-star for Kenny. He is up against Chan. We already saw him take down this base pretty easily with the baby dragons and the dropship, but now he's using 2 Pekkas, a bomber, 2 night witches, and a dropship. How does this make sense at all? I don't really know what he's going to be doing here. I only saw what he used. I did not see how he did it. So he starts in the battlecopter. That's going to be able to take down these 2 huge air defenses pretty quickly. If he pairs it with the dropship, that's probably what he's going to do. And I'm very interested to see how he uses these night witches. I've tried to use night witches, not with a lot of luck. They're still quite difficult. Does this air bombs go towards the dropship? It does. So he's going to get down those air bombs quite early. Now he has the battlecopter ability. He'll probably use that to take down the Roaster and the Tesla. He does have to worry about the Center Air Expo. And now here we go. So he starts in 1 Pekka and 2 Night Witches. They are getting tanked for quite a bit. And this is, I don't know, I think it's kind of a good idea. He uses the Night Witch ability quite early. And he's going to take down the Mega Tesla now. The battlecopter is going to continue following in, hopefully trying to take down the Air Expo. Even though it's not taken down, it's still tanking for it. I did not see he switched out the bomber for another dropship. So now he's going to get a lot more tanking, and he's going to be tanking not only the air defenses, he's also tanking for these double cannons. And oh, those bombs destroyed those bats, but it doesn't really matter. The dropship is tanking for the Archer Tower, which means he is going to be able to get this down without having to worry about those bats dying or these Night Witches, because look, the skeletons are making sure that double cannon is not hitting any of these Night Witches. And with 1 dropship, 1 Pekka, and 2 Night Witches remaining, he is going into the second stage. This is what I love to see. I was very interested to see how Kenny attacks. He's very private about his strategies. It was actually quite hard to find him to get him for this video, but I'm seeing why now. He is using strategies that no one else uses, and I would try and keep them a secret if I were him too. That is why this video is not going to be posted until the season's over. He is so close to getting the #1 finish, and he wants to make sure he does not miss out. So he uses the giant. That's going to hit the Crusher. It does not have the ability, unfortunately, but look, the Pekka ability is going to do a lot of damage to the Crusher. Look at these Night Witches still walking along with the Pekka tanking for them. He's going to take out the double cannon. He's going to use the Battle Machine ability, and this one is absolutely destroyed. He has the Pekka ability to take down the Zappies. He still has the Night Witches, even though they don't have their ability. There goes all the Zappies. He still has the Battle Machine ability. He still has 2 Night Witches just casually walking around the base here. And I think he's going to still have Ooh, he might lose a Pekka here, but he should still have... No, he has both Pekkas alive, 2 Night Witches alive, and the Battle Machine alive, and this was an absolutely crushed base, and I am quite impressed to see him doing this with Night Witches, a pretty unseen strategy, and this one is a completely new composition, so very glad I could get that from him. Alright, and just like I did with Tyler, I've challenged him to a 1v1, and he does have the Night Witch army selected right now. I'm not sure if that's what he's going to use. This is a base I have built quite recently. I think I'll probably have already posted the video of me building it. So I built this base today. I haven't really tested it a whole lot, and Kenny is going to be the first big player to test this one out. I'm quite scared. No one has 6-starred it yet, I will say that. So I'm hoping I can get a juicy defense here. Let's see who's going to win. Now, something I am kind of scared to see is he does still have the Night Witches selected. I think he's going to use it because we do not have the Air Expo here. That is a huge defense against Night Witches. So with that not being there, maybe this was not the best base to try against him, but he is keeping 3 Pekkas, a dropship, and 2 Night Witches. I do have a lot of traps around here. Now look, he changes the order of his troops again. I gotta figure out why he does that. It hurts my head. But I do have a lot of traps, and he does not go where my traps are. Alright, not the best first start, but he's going onto the clock tower, and let's see what else he's gonna be doing here. Where is he gonna break in? He could use the dropships all the way on either of these compartments. He's probably gonna take down the air bombs with a dropship, and then try and take down the roaster with another one. And that would leave not that many defenses to worry about. So he's using Night Witches. A lot of people see this as kind of a meme strategy, but it might be a legit strategy from him. He says he uses them quite a lot, because I was trying to figure out if he was just having fun or not, and he says he uses them quite frequently. So let's see how good he is with them. And he's going to use the dropship ability. That's going to take down those air bombs quite easily. He only takes 1 shot from them. Now he's going to get down. Oh, he's going to get down the double cannon. Okay. And he's going to distract the Mega Tesla. Oh, wait. He redirects his battle copter, and I think those bats might tank for him. Let's see. Is that the case? Yeah, the bats are tanking for the battle copter. Here comes another dropship to go take out the walls and tank for the roaster, and now I'm not really looking too good. We do have a giant bomb there. He is finding some more bombs on the inside. You know, obviously I wasn't trapping for the Night Witches, but it seems I'm doing kind of well for that, and he really needs to make sure these giant cannon isn't about to take out his Night Witches. He uses 2 Night Witch abilities on it. Nope, sorry, 1 Night Witch ability, and wow, he has taken down this base with the Night Witches. That's crazy. I did not expect this from him. I saw him use the Night Witches. I thought maybe he just had practice against the base. Oh, they're nearly dead. Wait, does he hit a bomb? Oh, wait. I might have a sneaky bomb here somewhere. Does he get it? No, he does get this one. So, very interesting. Very impressive first stage, I will say. But here is the real test, the second stage. I built this one to be difficult. And look, there are those firecrackers so close together. You can probably put a baby dragon onto the crusher. I'm not seeing that until now. He probably sees that immediately, and that's probably going to be a lot of damage to me, and I cannot believe he used Night Witches. I don't know whether to be embarrassed, impressed, kind of sad, I'm not sure, but he uses the Night Witches with success, it would seem. So, what can he do? I think 2 baby dragons onto this crusher will take out the mortar, the double cannon, both firecrackers. Yeah, but I do have the Tesla farm over here. He is going to find it quite early on. There is a good amount of value over here as well. I do not know if he remembers whether or not I have 2 Teslas on the stage. I'm assuming he probably does because, as you know, he is the #1 player currently. So it would make sense if he does know they're there, and boom, he finds the very first one. He doesn't need to use anything to help take it out. The battlecopter will take it out on its own. And now, man, I don't really know if I'm going to be able to defend this one. I don't think he can use the battlecopter ability onto this cannon. I could be wrong. Here's his first baby dragon fighting the second Tesla. That is some really good value for us. Again, he's doing the cross tanking. I would have just tossed both baby dragons onto the crusher, but he had some different ideas, and look, he is actually out of range of that firecracker. So he's going to use the baby dragon ability. He hits the firecracker a little bit. Now he should probably send in a baby dragon onto the archer tower. I don't know, maybe I'm not the person to give him advice because he's going for a complete opposite approach. He has the Night Witches coming in from the very corner. He is going to get down the multi-mortar here quite soon. There it goes. And these Night Witches with their buff are spawning so many bats now, and that is going to distract the Archer Tower for a good bit. It is currently targeted onto Bat still. Wow, I thought it targeted onto a Night Witch, and look, he has 6-starred me with Night Witches, with 2 Night Witches, 2 Pekkas, a Baby Dragon, and a Pekka ability, a Baby Dragon ability, the Battle Copter, and wow, that's harsh. This is the boy. We could use the Battle Copter, and that could get a lot of value over there. Let's count. He was the first person I ever saw using Teslas on the first stage. So let's see how many defenses he has. 3, 7, 9, and that is going to be 13 defenses on the first stage. Interesting, Kenny. Switching it up. Okay. Well, we could use the Battle Copter. That should be able to take out the Archer Tower, the Air Bombs, the Double Cannon, the Crusher, and that is honestly where I have to go. So let's see if he is up for it. We're going to start in the Battle Copter all the way onto this army camp. Then we're going to use the dropship. Where should we use it? I think we'll use it onto just directly onto the Air Bombs. Let's go now. There's his Tesla. Not that surprising, I'll be honest. I figured it might. Okay, wow, he has a lot of bombs there, actually. I was not expecting all of those. But let's see if we can get a little closer to the air bombs. No, not quite. But once we use or can we use the Battle Copter ability? I think we can. Let's go see. We're going to use the ability. Boom. That should take out the air bombs. And now we're in the prime position to take out a lot of big defenses here. So now we should use the bomber onto the barracks. That should open up everything if I'm not wrong. Just go ahead like that. That should open up a good portion of the base here. We'll go 1, take that out, another one there, and lastly, why don't we just toss in, oh wow, we're losing a lot with that bomber. We'll toss our last Pekka all the way over there. There is a lot we got to clean up at the very top. That is a little concerning. Wow, we're taking a good amount of damage here. We got to get to that Mega Tesla. Let's use 1 Pekka ability onto the Roaster. Use another Pekka ability onto the Archer Tower and the Mega Tesla, and now that is getting tanked for. And the Battle Copter is still at full health. Okay, so we're actually getting through the first stage here. I'm feeling quite confident. This might be a tie. I don't know if we have to see who got it done faster, who did what, but I think this will be a tie unless I absolutely fail the second stage. Battle Copter is at full health with the ability. Let's see how I do on the second stage. My fingers are crossed. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off. Let's see what it looks like. Doesn't look too hard. We can take out this double cannon with a cannon cart, take out the Crusher with a cannon cart, and I think I get this. There might be a Tesla all the way over there. Do I test for a Tesla? What do I do here? We got to get down that double cannon. We got to get down that Crusher, and then Battle Machine plus Pekka should take out the rest of the base, if I'm not mistaken. Let's first. Okay, there goes the double cannon. There's probably going to be a Tesla there. Do I just test for the Tesla? Is that going to be worth it? I think it'll be worth it. Let's go. There's no Tesla there, so I just wasted a Pekka. Good job, me. Oh wow, there's a lot of traps there though, so I guess it wasn't a complete waste. So we're gonna take out the double cannon at the top. Now we're gonna start taking down. We can honestly let that cannon cart walk. He'll take down the gold storage and then the Crusher and then help onto the cannon. So do we get this one? How many Teslas were on the first stage again? Only 1. So there's another Tesla here somewhere hiding. I gotta be a little careful for that. There's also some corner buildings I have to deal with, but why don't we... How should we do this? I think we should start in our Battle Machine from the very... That is not a Battle Machine. That's alright. We're just going to have to adapt, I guess. Why don't we start in the Battle Copter then, I guess, from the very top. We should still be a little alright. That was kind of a big mistake to make in this circumstance, but let's start in the Pekkas. Now we'll start in the cannon carts. We are still getting a lot of value here with these cannon carts. I think we're going to be able to pull this off. Hopefully we don't get a time fail. That's my big fear right now. We're tanking for everything. Let's use number 7. Go, 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 go. No, we did not get the max battle copter ability. That's going to hurt. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here still. Okay, we are going to take down that cannon though, and they should go to the corner. Let's go make sure we get down this cannon before it gets down us. Look at this cannon cart going a weird direction, but oh, the Pekka number 5 is going to the corner, and I think we're going to get this. Is there any other corners? No, there's not, so it was a tie. I 6-starred, he 6-starred, we all 6-starred. I guess the happiest ending you could have expected for this video, and yeah, pretty impressive.